My son, the thief. As he scrambles to keep the peace, when Junior and his allies steal millions in cash from a Duncan's truck. Roman struggles with his new life as a Duncan while mourning his adoptive mother. Season 6, episode 2, they captured one of the Duncan's truck. Junior did with his allies, and they stole $140 million from LC Duncan. That was to send a message to the Duncans that they were not afraid of them, and that's and I think it came across pretty well that they by sending that message of doing what he did. And like I say again, of course, Junior knows all the secrets and the tricks of the Duncans because he's a Duncan. So therefore, he's gonna always be a one step. I think he's gonna always be one step ahead of him because he knows how his father thinks.
Until his father started changing stuff around, that's what he's gonna have to. Chippy and LC was having a conversation about
Yeah, and that's when they
it.
came up with, you know, that was why he said that why he did what he did and let him know that he's not afraid of him.
Yeah,
That's not
she let him know that they ran into trouble with their truck.
right.
And I think Chippy bought it.
Yes, she will. Oh yeah, she always been about it better. She don't play. Hey, they go out on the shooting by themselves. I don't see it. They go and handle things on their own. You know, if need be, without including LC, they just handle things. They don't. If it need to be handled, they're gonna handle it without even including each other. That's just how they do it. But me personally, I
and
don't see it. Yeah.
and
So
Junior and Donna having them a giggle about it. They giggling about stealing the money,
yeah.
140 million. Boy, they sitting good.
Oh yeah, they sitting good right now. But they gotta. Okay, you got it, but now you gotta keep it. That's the thing. You gotta keep it. You gotta figure out how to keep it because he coming for you.
Oh
And
yeah.
oh, they coming for you. You best believe that. It ain't. This is not gonna. He ain't gonna. He not gonna let on with this one.
And London Daughters was telling her about their new uncle, and
And her
she
brother.
up there like she was uncle. Let me go find out what's going on, basically.
That's what I'm talking about. She goes downstairs and they sitting down there eating breakfast and Paris say, "Hey, come to Rio. Hey, he the one brought him. I didn't bring him here." You know, let explain. And he goes into explaining, and then he tells her it's the truth. You know, because he said, you know, that was them. They was triplets. You know,
Right.
that was all he could say really. And then he verified it. You know, co-signed and then Roman came into the room and there and him and London looked at each other. They knew something was up. That they knew each other,
Yeah,
but
because they was like, y'all know each other, and they was like, no. I mean, he was like, no, I ain't never met her.
even the little girl said, "Y'all sure y'all don't know each other?" You know, but it's just the way that they looked at each other. That pretty much gave it away. There's no way to come back from that. So y'all knew. But I get why he did what he did. It made a lot of sense after the fact.
Yeah.
You got Katie, then you got the best friend of Consuelo, and they was at that
Flavor.
meetings of the mind, so to speak.
Yeah, when they was
Allies.
talking to the sheriff and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
Chippy again about it, cussing out Consuela. And she
Mm-hmm.
like, what you want me to do? You want us to get killed like Father Minister?
That's what I'm talking about. You looking at me like it's my fault. You know, it's not my fault. It's your son, the one that did it. And yeah, Katie and he gave them all $10 million
Yeah.
to to hold them over until they got the money back. You know, just for good faith.
Until they
So
find the truck. So that's all you talking about, find the truck. I don't understand why y'all trying to find the truck, because they're going to take the money off the truck.
yeah, exactly. They're gonna take the money off the truck. I mean, they trying to find the truck. You can find the truck all you want to. They ain't gonna do you no good. 'Cause they didn't get where they are by being stupid.
And Vegas told LC the disrespect can't keep going on.
Yeah, he said disrespect is too loud. And they said, "What you want me to do? Kill your brother?" And they just both just sit there. And Chippy had a look on her face, and they just sit there. You know,
Junior and Sonia at the doctor's office, he didn't act like he was too excited.
No, he did not when she said it was a girl. I don't know if that was the reason or he just had his mind on other stuff.
Because
But
remember, he kept saying at first, he was like, let's have a gender reveal. And,
right,
and
yeah,
she was like, no, I want to find out now.
yeah, he wanted to do a gender reveal. He wasn't ready. I guess he wanted to be surprised. But she wanted to know right then, and once they said it, he didn't act the way I guess me and you thought he should act. But I just didn't think he was excited about it as I thought he was. I don't know if because it wasn't a boy, he said it was a girl. I don't know what the deal was on that, but he didn't seem as overjoyed that I would have expected him to be by being his first child.
And then London was taking her kids to school, getting ready to take her kids to school. And her daughter Mariah was like, Ma, give Uncle Roman a ride. He waiting on the Uber. And he can't get the Uber because he on a minute phone. Wait a minute phone. And she ended up okay, then London, she was kind of skeptical about, taking him. And then she asked him, why did he lie? And say you never met me before. And he said, well, I didn't meet you. I just seen you in the car.
And
And
he
he
was
said,
right. He didn't mean it. He just saw you sitting in the car, but his reasoning was he didn't want to call her out with that LoJack guy and put her on blast in front of her family. In other words, that was her decision to make if she wanted them to know about him and her. So
right.
I get it. But I get that part. And then he wanted to go and get a suit. He wanted her to drop him off at the mall. He said, "We don't do the mall. We do what is it, Perry's?
Yeah, some store.
It was either Pierre or Perry or something like
She took her kids and dropped her kids off at school and seen LoJack
that. There you go.
coming out of the school. And he looked at Rome and was like, what he doing in the car with you?
He was jealous is what it was. Why you sitting up in there, Roman just eating it all up, just smiling and grinning like
And she was
what you
like,
gonna
it's
do about
it's a
it?
long story. I'll tell you over dessert.
Yeah, and then she said, what you smiling and smirking about? He know it because he know exactly what LoJack was thinking. Why are you in there with my girlfriend? And
Uh-huh.
he just smiling. He already knew what was going on. But anyway.
And then Bobby the Beast announced his engagement to Black China, which I don't know what's her name, but they used to go together back and broke up and got back together, and he put a ring on it. But he said reason why it wasn't he was announcing his engagement, he was really announcing his retirement and announcing his final fight.
Well, you're right. You know what I think? That is going to be his final fight and my final fight is two different things. And that's a big man. That man gonna kill him. That's his final fight. You're right.
Or
That's his final
Paris.
fight. Huh?
Or Paris.
Well, he's gone. That's all I know. He is not gonna be on that show no more. Cause that's a big man. I like to say either him or Perry. Somebody gonna
Right,
take
because
him out.
he had too cocky.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. That was his last. That's it right there for him. He's gonna. I think he's gonna be one of the person that leaves the show as well, because that's a big man. You see that man?
Yeah, he tall too.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna
He
reach
got a
down on
smile.
him and bust him up real good. That's what he gonna do.
And Rio and Paris was talking about Bobby the Beast boy. He's going to find out she's not to mess with.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she told Rio. Rio look like he done picked up some pounds, ain't
His little cute self. He wearing all them colors in his hair. All right.
he? Yeah, he done picked up some weight. He wasn't that big in the last episode. The back. Last season 5. He wasn't that big. He was slender. I mean, for him to he was drinking some coconut water. I need you to keep on drinking that coconut water. You was healthy, buddy.
And then Chippy and Roman had a moment because she popped up at the what's the name of the place they
Pierre or Perry's one where he was getting a suit and he was trying on the suit and he talking about I can't afford it. He told me it was $1,000. He said that was on the low end. And then that's when Chippy was standing back there looking and told him, go ahead and get it. And told him he needed some black shoes and whatever else to go with the suit. And she told him, they had a moment. He asked her how did she feel.
They both was crying. I think I kind of shed a tear.
Yeah, and she told him how she felt, but she wasn't there. She missed all the important moments like the babies and that stuff right there. And then like you said, they both shared a moment. He was crying, and she told him he had never had to worry about money again.
Cause he a Duncan now.
Yeah, you're a Dunkin' now, buddy. You ain't got to worry about no money, and you ain't got to worry about that minute farm. You ain't got to worry about that Uber. The next
Hit
time
you
they
do,
told him,
hit
I
you do
want
you a wimp. Hit you do you a wimp.
Why?
Cause you said you was crying. You was going to cry.
to.
Well, he is, so Cause I
Yeah,
was Joe, cause I was crying.
Yeah, yeah.
It was kind of touching. I was like, okay, he got a little acting skill going on.
yeah, they had a moment, and she wiped his tear away, and then that's when she told him he never had to worry about money again. He's a Dunkin', so it's $1,000 suit. He didn't have the money to pay for it. He'd say, "Huh, I'm going to get something else." But
He wanted something on the low end, and the man was like, that is the low end.
yeah, he said that is the low end. $1,000 suit, that's the low end. And yeah, so he was okay once him and his mom had a moment there.
And then brother Elijah and Aphrodite, how you say her name?
Aphrodite,
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite, how you say Aphrodite?
Aphrodite. Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
They was talking
Aphrodite.
in the garden. Elijah had said he can't face her mother because she wanted him to go, see her mother. And he said he face her until he revenged the minister's death.
Right, and then
And she was asking him questions on her father's death, like, who did it. And
yeah,
he
and
was
she wanted,
saying,
yeah, then she wanted to know why come his bodyguard was still alive and her daddy was dead. That's what she wanted to know. Why is my father dead? And I can't remember what she said his name was. You, the bodyguard. Why come he was alive? And he said that he had sent him somewhere else to find out, to tell them that his life was in danger. That's why he wasn't there to protect him.
brother Elijah was telling her that Junior Duncan did it. And she was asking him about, well, isn't I thought they was friends with, you know,
Duncan.
LC, and he was like, yeah, LC him, and they are fine. It's their young son Junior who did it.
Hmm.
And that's when and he said Junior turned he said Junior has turned Judas. And
Yeah.
she said Junior Duncan must die. And if you don't kill him, she said she will. She looked like she will.
Oh yeah, she got brought up and walked away as soon as she said it. She ain't missing no word. Either you take care of it, I'll get it, and that's exactly what she said.
Nevada and I guess all the kids and Roman and Orlando's son, they was playing the video game. And Orlando walked in and had a whole
He
attitude.
said a leader reads the book, not playing games, and he was saying that he was getting too excited because uh, Roman showed him how to beat Nevada because nobody usually beat Nevada. He always wins on the game. And so and he was getting excited about that because he was able to beat his cousin. And then that's when Nevada got up and told Roman, give him the cheat code next time. And then that's when Orlando walked in and started tripping. Thought he was getting. I don't even think it really had anything with the excitement. I just think he just
He
don't like.
just don't like them.
Yeah, he
He
just
don't
don't.
believe that's their brother.
Right, exactly. He just don't like me. That's it. It have nothing to do with nothing.
And Orlando and his son gets in the car. He told security to go check out the car that was at the gate.
Right.
And that was for Roman. Well, I guess I don't know if she was a friend or a relative in that family, but she got to asking all these questions, and he
Yeah.
shut her down.
Yeah. He shut her down quick and told her, you don't come over here and do an investigation something that don't have nothing to do with you. And then once he said that to her, she kind of apologized and she left it alone. Yeah.
And then at the funeral, Roman was crying, and he was like, "I can't do this," like almost like he can't be there. And
Right.
when he got up, the Duncans showed up for him.
Yeah, then when he turned around, his whole family was back there behind him, which he obviously he didn't know they was back there. You
Yeah,
know.
but I was shocked. Paris was there, Rio, Vegas, and Curtis, and Nene. Nene
Yeah,
was there, and Chippy and LC was on the plane. I don't know where they was on their way to, but they was on the plane.
they on their way to fix. They on their way to do damage control. They never said where they was going, but Orlando called him. He had to take his son to the hospital, and they kept it because what it says enzymes or whatever something was wrong with whatever he's got. He's been sickly since he's been on there. So
Right. And
and
he
then
wanted to get in contact with the baby mama, and Chippy told him no, that they had
raised
raised the price up to a
right,
500,000
right,
bounty, about 500,000 bounty on her.
right. And so he said that she would want to know, but I'm with Chippy. If you call her and tell her, she's definitely gonna come, and then that's gonna create another problem. She's probably going to get killed. Like you say, it could either be her or either could be Sonya. I know you said Sonya, but now that you bring that up, I'm thinking it could be either
I don't think
Orlando,
it's not gonna be her. It's gonna be a Duncan. She not a Duncan.
well, that's
Sonya a Duncan now. She done got married. He
right.
didn't marry her
Yeah, it could be Sonya. I mean, I don't see anybody else that's
because
left.
she made. Just think about how she made that. You doing this stuff and you could kill me and me and your child.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That right there is a little statement of almost make you think, yeah, she gonna be the one took out,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
gonna be looking
and
stupid.
I think if that happens, that's what's going to make him go back to his family. I believe that's going to mess with his mind, and he's going to need his mom. He's going to need the mama that raised him.
Well, they
Right.
went to the repass.
Yeah, they was at the repass. Yeah,
They
right.
was at the repass, and Vegas met a old
Acquaintance.
classmate, but he didn't remember her, but she remembered him.
Right.
Her
Mm-hmm.
name is Kendra.
Kendra. Okay, I didn't know him.
And
Okay.
he asked her, was she related to, the family? And she told him, no, Miss Margaret was her mother's nurse. And you know, took care of her mama.
Right, and then they exchanged phone numbers where she handed him his phone and he put his number in and she called it and gave him his and then you got Paris over there saying, "Oh, okay, we have a repass," and he was trying to, but it wasn't on him. He didn't do nothing. She approached him.
Mm,
You know,
yep, she did.
yeah, she approached him and got his number and told
Yeah,
him to call her.
and
You got my
Vegas,
number. Well, go
that's
ahead.
when Vegas got that call or a
Right.
text and said they found the truck.
Yeah, but then he asked her was she strapped, and she said always. And then she said he used her as a decoy to get in. I was wondering why he chose her, not Curtis, but I understand it once they got there. He used her as a decoy because she's the one to flirt with the man, and distract him. And that's what I'm saying. Then once they got to what got killed the people they need to kill to get to where they need to be, they got the truck. The truck was empty, which they should have known that.
Yeah, they
Ain't even
sprayed
in
them
it.
people.
Yeah. They should have known the trunk was gonna be empty. You think they gonna Junior knows what's going on. He put the truck where they can
Yeah.
find it.
They not gonna keep no money on the truck. That's why I'm like, y'all so focused on the truck, focus on the money.
Exactly. And focus on the money. You're not gonna get the money back. Only way they're gonna get that money back. Well, we don't know what Chippy and LC going to do, so we're gonna leave that right there because I don't know. They're pretty love drama to see. There you have it. That's all. That's it. The whole show. All of